5, and Prasadam will follow the class. So a little bit about Arjun Sakha Prabhu. I know a lot of people will know him by his brother, Amendra Prabhu, and he's a disciple of His Holiness Radha Govinda Swami, and he currently lives in Seattle. He's been there around 5 years, and he does a lot of preaching, but his main interest seems to be taking care of the youth around the world, globally. He arranges retreats and encourages and inspires the youth. And I know that we have a lot of youth in the crowd today. If everyone can stay quiet, otherwise you're not even going to be able to listen to the class. So I hope. So I've been asked to say Hari Bol. I'm going to end with that, and I think the Kathakar will speak for himself now, and we'll have Ishwara Gavranga Prabhu add a few things at the end of the class. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Shachinandan Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki. Much louder please. Shachinandan Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki. Shri Mahadeva Bhagavan ki. Shri Bhole Baba ki. Shri Shri Radha Madhava Hari ki. Shri Shri Gaura Nitaya ki. Shri Shri Raji Bhagavan ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Everyone, Jaya Radha. Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya
Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jayo Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Muna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya
Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everyone, much louder. Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Madhav Hari Radha Madhav Hari Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Madhav Hari Radha Madhav Hari Shri Radhe. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Oh Jaya Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Srila Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari 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 Bol. श्री महाशिवरात्रि महामहोत्सव की सुनाई नहीं दिया। श्री महारात्रि महामहोत्सव की लेट द जय बी सो लाउड दैट महादेव कैन हियर अस। श्री महाशिवरात्रि की अब लग रहा है कुछ फेस्टिवल है। दिस माय ग्रेट ऑनर एंड गुड फॉर्च्यून दैट आई एम हियर at Phoenix on such a holy occasion such as Maha Sivaratri, the day which is centered and glorified around Lord Shiva. I know there are a lot of distractions, it's a festival day, lot of things are going on. My only humble request would be for the next 30 minutes or so, if I can give all attention here, it will be very easy for the speaker. If the audience is a little distracted, for the speaker it's the most challenging. So for the next 30 minutes, whatever time we have, if we can give it here, that will be ultimate good. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains in his book called as Navadvip Dham Mahatmya. One time, Suta Goswami के नाम सब सुने हैं? जो नहीं सुने हैं? नहीं सुने हैं सूत गोस्वामी का नाम? अच्छा, सूत गोस्वामी वो व्यक्ति है जो भागवत शौनकादि ऋषि को बोले थे. When Shukadev Goswami spoke it to Parikshit Maharaj, in that assembly Suta Goswami was present. And Suta Goswami goes and gives the same katha to Shaunakadi Rishi. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains that Suta Goswami one time was speaking katha and he was speaking to Shaunakadi Rishi. And this was in place called as Naimasharanya. जगह का नाम क्या है? Naimasharanya. So be attentive because in between we will keep playing this game back and forth. I will ask what I am saying, so make sure you are attentive. So what is the place? Naimasharanya. Now the thing, ये बात ये है कि ये जो नैमिषारण्य है, अब दो नैमिषारण्य है. एक तो नैमिषारण्य जो भागवत में हम सुने हैं. There is one नैमिषारण्य that we have heard in Srimad Bhagavatam. There is another नैमिषारण्य in Navadvip in Mayapur. हम सब गए हैं मायापुर? कितने भक्त मायापुर गए हैं? Many have been to Mayapur. So in Navadvip, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains there is a place called as Naimasharanya. And in this place of Naimasharanya, Suta Goswami was present, Shaunakadi Rishi were present, and they were having a katha. But what were they speaking about? They were speaking about Krishna. They were speaking about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the speaker is same, the audience is same, the name of the place is same, katha is different. Katha content is different. They were all hearing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Shiva got to know that Gaur Katha is going on. जो महादेव जिनकी आराधना हम करते हैं, शंभु जिनकी आराधना करते हैं, कथा सुनने का बहुत इच्छुक है. उन्हें बहुत प्रिय लगता है. जब भी कथा होती है, शिव जी हमेशा वहां उपस्थित है. He is always present there. So Lord Shiva got to know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is being glorified in Navadvip Dham by Suta Goswami, and the audience are Shaunakadi Rishi. So Lord Shiva sat on his order carrier. शिव जी का ऑर्डर कैरियर क्या है? नंदी. हाँ, खुल के बोलिए, ऑर्डर कैरियर क्या है? हाँ, उत्तर वही है, उत्तर बदलने नहीं वाला. ऑर्डर कैरियर क्या है? नंदी. शिव जी बैठ गए अपने नंदी पर और प्रस्थान के. He started going towards Naimasharanya so that he can hear this katha. As he was going towards Naimasharanya, he realized ये नंदी का स्पीड बहुत स्लो है. नंदी का स्पीड बहुत स्लो है. अगर इसी स्पीड में मैं चला, I will reach only for prasadam. ऐसा होगा कि कथा समाप्त हो जाएगी और केवल प्रसाद के लिए हम आएंगे. हम कई बार इस्कॉन में देखते हैं, जब कथा का समय होता है तो कथा में मानो 100-200 लोग रहेंगे. प्रसाद का समय जब होता है 500 लोग रहेंगे. वो अधिक 200 लोग कहां से आते भगवान को भी नहीं पता. भगवान भी माता खुजाते कहां से आ गए, अचिंत्य. तो शिव जी ये सोच विचार में थे, यदि इसी नंदी पर मैं चला, इफ वी गो इन द सेम नंदी, इट्स पॉसिबल आई मे नॉट गेट द कथा एंड आई विल रीच ओनली फॉर प्रसादम. सो हिज नंदी वाज सो स्लो, ही पार्क्ड द नंदी टू द साइड. यू स्टे टू द साइड. गए ब्रह्मा जी के पास. अब ब्रह्मा जी का तो नेत्र बंद है, सो नहीं रहे थे. कई बार हमें लगता है कि ब्रह्मा जी सो नहीं रहे थे, ध्यान कर रहे थे. So Brahma ji के पास गए. He went to Brahma and said, "My dear Brahma, anyway you are meditating. Your order carrier is just sitting. Why don't you give your order carrier? Why don't you give your order carrier?" What is the order carrier of Brahma ji? Oh, the Shiv ji का हुआ. That is Shiv ji. Swan, yes. The order carrier of Brahma is Swan. So he went to Brahma ji and said, "Anyway you are not using your order carrier. Why don't you give your order carrier? So at least There is some use for me. So Brahma said, okay, wonderful, take my water carrier. He sat on the back of swan and he started flying. Lord Shiva sat on the back of swan and started flying and reached Naimisharanya. And fortunately, Katha was still going on. Fortunately, it was not that he reached in Prasadam time. Many times it happens. We enter the temple for Katha, and by the time we enter, the speaker says, Gaura Premanande Mahaprasade Govinde. We enter and it's time for Prasadam. Fortunately for Lord Shiva, when he entered, Katha was still going on. He sat behind and started hearing to Suta Goswami. For 7 days, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, our Lord Shiva was hearing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with rapt attention. He was sitting behind and he was hearing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And as Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains, when Suta Goswami was singing, Lord Shiva sitting behind was crying and calling out, Gauranga! What was he saying? Gauranga! No, I cannot hear. It's not loud enough. What was he saying? Gauranga! What was Lord Shiva saying? Gauranga! Shachinandan Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki Jai! Lord Shiva sitting behind is hearing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Tears are flowing from his eyes and calling out Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. For 7 days, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, our Lord Shiva was hearing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And finally, after 7 days was done, he went back to Kailas and now was meditating upon Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's a very interesting point. We all see that there is a very famous German airline, Lufthansa. We have heard Lufthansa? Very famous German airline. Actually, the origin of Lufthansa is from this pastime. You know how? Because Brahmaji was sitting on the swan, and through the swan he would go to different places. Swan in Sanskrit is called Hamsa. What is it called? Hamsa. Hamsa. And now, do we see swan flying around and people sitting on the back? No. We don't see, right? So which means it is lost to the naked eye. In Sanskrit, lost to the naked eye is Lupta. What is it called? Lupta. What is the swan called? Hamsa. What do you get when you join? Lupta Hansa, the lost swan of Brahmaji. But now that we cannot see that Lupta Hansa, Lufthansa. It is Lufthansa has its origin from this pastime in Shastra. Shastra mein sab kuch hai. Everything is there in Shastra. This is why Prabhupada would say, Pibata Bhagavata Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavuka. That person who has tasted the sweetness of Shastra, there is no impetus to go outside because Shastra mein sab kuch hai. One time, our Srila Prabhupada was there in a morning walk. And one disciple came to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, this was 1970. He said, Prabhupada, one American author has written a book. And the name of the book is, I am okay, you are okay. I am okay, you are okay, 1970. You can go to Google and check. There is a book. I am okay, you are okay. Prabhupada said, go and tell him, I am okay, you are not okay. If you come to me, I will make you okay. How will Prabhupada make you okay? By speaking about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by giving Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is the only way the heart can be completely cleansed. Bhaj Gaurango, Kaha Gaurango, Leha Gaurangero, Namre. Everyone, Bhaj Gaurango, Kaha Gaurango. Bhaj Gaurango, Kaha Gaurango, Leha Gaurangero Nam Re. Bhaj Gaurango. What do our acharyas say? Bhaj Gauranga, Kaha Gauranga, Leha Gaurangero Nam Re. Anyone who speaks about Gauranga, anyone who chants about Gauranga, anyone who shares about Gauranga, anyone who meditates about Gauranga, what happens? Jai Jana Gauranga Bhaje, se hoy amara pranare. Nityananda Prabhu is saying, those who chant the name of Gauranga, they become Nitai's life and soul. Do we want to become Nityananda Prabhu's life and soul? Yes. No? Yes. I couldn't hear. Yes. We want to become life and soul of Nitai? Yes. So then what should we do? Bhaja Gauranga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. To to become the life and soul of Nitai, it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name. And this is what Lord Shiva is doing. One time, Lord Shiva and Sati, Lord Shiva's consort, wife, Sati, both of them were in the forest. And this was the time Prabhu Shri Ram was in exile. Prabhu Shri Ram and Lakshman were there in the exile, and Maya Sita was just kidnapped. So Prabhu Shri Ram was in tears. He was in Vipralamba. He was crying that, oh, where is Maya Sita? And Lord Shiva saw this scene, and Lord Shiva offered obeisances. Sati also saw this, and Sati had doubts. Hey, he is Bhagavan and he's crying for his wife. In the Bhagavad Gita, he says, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, you should be happy, you should be equipoised. And now his wife is kidnapped and he is crying. Hey, Lord, God should not do all this. Sati had doubts. Lord Shiva, he understood that his worshipable Lord is Sri Rama, and it is a Naravat Leela. The Lord is playing the role of a pastime. Doesn't mean he is actually crying. So Sati goes there to test Sri Ram. Lord Shiva tells Sati, don't test him, he is Bhagavan. She says, no, if he is really Bhagavan, then he should not cry. So she goes to test. And as she goes to test, she disguises herself as Maya Sita. Now Sati disguises herself as Maya Sita and goes to Sri Ram and says, Prabhu, your Sita Devi is here. Why are you crying? Aapki Sita to yahan hai. And Sri Ram was not interested. So he looked to the other side. So she came to the other side and said, Prabhu, your Sita Devi is here. Sri Ram was not interested. He looked to the other side. This went on for some time. Now Sri Ram thought to himself, she is disguising and trying to trick me. Let's do the same thing. पूरे जगत को टोपी पहना सकते, भगवान को नहीं टोपी पहना सकते. We can fool the whole world. We cannot fool Krishna. Vedyascha sarvai ahameva vedyo vedanta krit vedavit eha chaham. He knows everything. How can we fool and trick him? So Sri Ram now tries to trick Sati, who is now in the form of Sita. And all of a sudden, Sati sees that Sri Ram and Sita Devi are standing. And then it's just Sri Ram. And then it's Ram and Sita. And then just Ram. And then Ram and Sita and just Sri Ram. And she's thinking, what is happening? I thought he was in separation, but now I am seeing Sita Devi also. And it's going back and forth. Mahaprabhu showed the same thing in Raya Ramananda Samvad. When Mahaprabhu was talking to Ramananda Rai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu one time shows the form of Krishna as a Gopa and then shows the form as Sannyasi. Pahila dekhila tumar Sannyasi Swarup, ebe tuma dekhe moi Shama Goparup. First I saw you as Sannyasi, now I am seeing you as a Gopa. Are you a Gopa or are you a Sannyasi? Well, Mahaprabhu is both. Similarly, Ram was switching sides. And very soon Sati understood, I did a mistake. I should have not tested him. He is the Supreme Lord. And she started crying, said, my dear Lord, maaf kar do. Please forgive me. The essence of all Shastra is to surrender to Radha Madhav Hari, not to test him. He is giving Shastra so that we can surrender to him, not that we use that Shastra to test him. One time Prabhupada was in an auditorium and he was doing a program. And many Prabhupada disciples were also present, Western body disciples. So one Indian gentleman, he got up and said, Swamiji, I have a question. Prabhupada said, yes, what is the question? He said, Swamiji, all this that you're speaking is okay, but do your Western disciples, do they know Shastra? Do they know verses? Prabhupada said, my disciples, Shri Radha Madhava Hari ki, Shri Gauranitaya ki, Shri Naji Bhagavan ki. That Indian gentleman, he put his hand up and said, Swamiji, all this is okay that you're speaking. Do your Western disciples, do they know Shastra? Do they know verses? Prabhupada said, my disciples, they know all Shastras and all verses. And disciples were looking at each other and thinking, which Shastra is Prabhupada talking about? So Prabhupada said, for example, like our Yamuna Mataji, she knows many Upanishads. Yamuna Mata is thinking, which Upanishad Prabhupada is talking about? So Prabhupada said, Yamuna, please come ahead and recite the Ishopanishad for us. So Yamuna Mataji is thinking, okay. And Yamuna Mataji knew only 5 verses of Ishopanishad. And Prabhupada in front of whole auditorium said she knows by heart. So Prabhupada said, Yamuna, start reciting. Yamuna Mataji started reciting. First verse was done. Second verse was done. Third verse was done. By the time she started fourth verse, heart was palpitating. Heartbeat became faster because after that she doesn't know words. She finished fifth verse. Prabhupada said, enough. See, my disciples know everything. And Yamuna Mataji was thinking, how did Prabhupada even get to know? At the right time, Prabhupada stopped and said, see, my disciples know. And that Indian gentleman, he said, very nice, very impressive. Your Western disciples know Shastra. Then Prabhupada said, Shastra is not to show off. It is meant to surrender. Sati, she knew that the Lord, Sri Ram is Bhagavan, but still wanted to test. And Lord Shiva had warned her, don't do it, it will backfire. Eventually, she understood it's her mistake. She came back to Lord Shiva. Shiva was in Kailas. She went back to Lord Shiva and said, I think I made a mistake. Lord Shiva said, I told you. I told you. And Lord Shiva left from that place. Because he said, I don't want to be in a place where my consort, my wife is testing my worshipable Lord. I don't want to be in a place. Lord Shiva teaches by example, that place where the Lord is not respected. Even if it is someone very dear, we start maintaining distance because for us, the Supreme Lord is life and soul. And Lord Shiva left that place. Now Sati was thinking to herself, what just happened? I tested Sri Ram. My husband also left from here. What should I do? This brings us to the fourth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. In the fourth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, we have Daksha fire sacrifice. And there we find Daksha. Who is Daksha? Lord Shiva's father-in-law, Sasurji. He had invited everyone except Lord Shiva. So many times we see it happens for us also. There is a home program and everyone is invited except our family. And we think, Arey, humne kya galti kiya? Everyone is invited, only we are not invited. Don't worry, this is also parampara. Even for Lord Shiva it happened. Everyone was invited except him. Now Sati went there because Daksha is her father. So she went there. And the pretext of being offended that her father was not invited, the internal guilt, the fire that was there culminated as the external fire and consumed her life. So in the Bhagavatam we see Sati gives up her life in the fire sacrifice. But iha bahya, this is external. It is explained the real reason Sati gave up her life is because she had this guilt that in this body I tested Sri Ram. He who is the Lord of all lords, the master of all masters, the creator of all creators, the origin of all origins. He who maintains, creates and destructs everything. I tested him through this body. Shame on me. In the fire sacrifice, fourth canto, she gives up her body. And now in the next life, she comes as the daughter of Parvat. Parvat ki putri hui? Parvati. Parvat's daughter is Parvati. Now she came as Parvati. As she came as Parvati, now she started doing intense bhajan. Why? Because she wanted Lord Shiva in her life. She started doing intense bhajan. And finally, Parvati and Lord Shiva again came together. The day when Parvati and Lord Shiva again come together, again reunite, is the day of Maha Sivaratri. Shri Maha Sivaratri ki? So basically, it is the wedding anniversary of Lord Shiva. It is the day both are coming together. The Lord and his consort are coming together so that they can shower mercy. Lord Shiva is a very interesting personality. One time Parvati, she told Lord Shiva that, my dear Lord, look at Indra, look at Chandra, Agni, Vayu, Varuna, look at all of them. They have big palaces, so many servants, kitne sare naukar, chakar, sab kuch hai. Aur aap, you are sitting under a tree, wearing deer skin, ashes on your body, a garland of skulls. No. I also want, should have a big house. You please make sure I also get a big house. Parvati said. Lord Shiva said, okay. And Lord Shiva, through his mystic power, out of nowhere created a big palace. Lord Shiva can do that. He doesn't have to pay EMI, mortgage. हमें वो सब करना पड़ता है. First it starts with credit score. What is your credit score? And then you get whatever loan, EMI, mortgage, whatever. But for Lord Shiva, in one flash, he created a palace. And now new house means Graha Pravesh. You call devotees. So Lord Shiva called different sadhus. Alag sadhu ko bula. And every sadhu who came, he was giving gifts. स्वयं महेश श्वशुरो नगेश सखा धनेश तनयो गणेश तथापि भिक्षा ठणमेव शंभु बलीयसी केवलमीश्वरेच्छा. शिवजी कौन है? हु इज लॉर्ड शिवा? स्वयं महेश, ही इज महेश. श्वशुरो नगेश, his father-in-law is the mountains. Sakha Dhanesha, Kuber. Tanayo Ganesha, child is Ganpati. Look at Lord Shiva's resume. He is Lord Shiva, father-in-law is head of mountains, friend is the richest person, his son is Ganpati. What an ideal resume. Perfect resume. But still, Tathapi Bhiksha Dhanameva Shambhu. Still he sits like a beggar. Why? Bali Yasi Kevalam Ishwaricha. Whatever is the desire of the Lord, Lord Shiva accepts. Not wanting anything for himself. So I was at one place and I was saying this as to how Lord Shiva, his father-in-law is the king of mountains. So after the class, this was a Gujarati Samaj. So after class, one gentleman came to me and said, Prabhuji, 3 people you should always be careful about. I said, who? He said, Sur, Asur, Sasur. मैं बोला वाह. Now I don't have experience. He had lot of realization. मेरे लिए ज्ञान था, उनके लिए विज्ञान था. He said 3 जन से प्रभुजी बच के रहिए, सुर, असुर, ससुर. मैं बोला वाह. तो शिव जी के ससुर कौन है? The king of mountains. But still after all this, he is still like a renunciant. So Lord Shiva made this house as Graha Pravesh. He called different sadhus, started giving gifts. Finally, full sadhu list was done. Lord Shiva was about to enter into the house, one more sadhu came. And now gifts were over. No more gift. And you know, sadhus are little dangerous. The most dangerous is Durvasa Muni. If you don't have anything, curse is ready. His blessing is his curse. आपको चाहिए ही नहीं, मिल जाता है फ्री में. He gives a curse. So now sadhus are very risky. If you don't give them a gift, it's possible that they may not like it. All the sadhus were done. This one last sadhu came and Lord Shiva was thinking, what should I give? Sab kuch to de diya, I have given everything, what should I give? Lord Shiva gave that palace itself as gift. He had made that palace for Parvati, and now as Graha Pravesh he was giving different gifts. Now for that last sadhu he didn't have any gift, he gave the whole palace as gift and again came back under a tree. Parvati said, वाह बढ़िया, घर बनाए, गृह प्रवेश किए, फिर से घुमा फिरा के फिर से झाड़ के नीचे आ गए. So हमारे शिव जी ऐसे है. Our Lord Shiva is like this, very transcendently eccentric and completely detached and completely renounced. But there is one name that Lord Shiva really likes, and that name is the name of Prabhu Shri Ram. Whose name? Ram. Whose name? Ram. Whose name? Ram. Whose name? Ram. Now let this Ram be so loud that it should be heard even in Ayodhya. Whose name? Ram. Ram जी को भी लगे कि हम राम भक्त हैं. Lord Shiva likes the name of Ram. Why? Because in India there is a place called as Kashi. Varanasi Purapatim Bhaja Vishwanatham. काशी में यदि किनकी चलती है तो केवल विश्वनाथ जी की चलती है, ठाकुर जी की भी नहीं चलती. If something in Kashi, in Varanasi, it is only Lord Shiva who is the ultimate authority. But it is seen and it is often exclaimed that if anyone leaves their body in Kashi, they attain the supreme destination. It is said that if someone leaves their body in Kashi, Mukti Dham, उनका मुक्ति उद्धार हो जाता है. They get the supreme Lord. Why? Because it is believed in Kashi, Lord Shiva is constantly chanting Ram, 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 Ram. Maryada Purushottam Ramachandra Bhagwan ki Jai. He is constantly chanting Ram, Ram, Ram in Kashi, Varanasi. So it is believed anyone who is departing this world, Lord Shiva goes to their ear and starts chanting Ram Nam. And now when they hear the chanting of Lord Shiva, they get uplifted. This is why in Kashi they say, If someone leaves their body, उनका मुक्ति उद्धार हो जाता है. So the name of Ram is very dear. One time, few disciples of Prabhupada, they were talking with each other. Prabhupada had just given initiation, and the disciples were saying, "My name is more Vrindavan. Your name is little Jagannath Puri. My name is more special. Your name is little Aishwarya." They were talking back and forth. Then finally they went to Prabhupada and said, "Prabhupada, isn't my name more Rasik? My name is more Vrindavan." Prabhupada said, "Most important is Das. First name is not very important. Most important is Das. Das and Dasi. This is most important. To be servant. What is there earlier doesn't much matter." One time, one German person, he got introduced to ISKCON. And when he got introduced to ISKCON, now you see different people come to ISKCON with different interest. Most people get attracted to ISKCON because of East or West? Prasadam is best. Most people get attracted to ISKCON because of Prasadam, but there are some people who have different motives also. This one German person, he got attracted to ISKCON because he came from a Jewish background. And this was the time of the World War, 1945-1950. So there was a lot of oppression from the Jews. So he got very excited that when I join ISKCON, my name will get changed. I will get a new name. So his impetus for coming to ISKCON was a new name. His name was Hans Carey. What is the name? His name was Hans Carey. It was the day of initiation. He went to Prabhupada. He chanted the 4 regulative principles. And Prabhupada looked at him and said, "Your name is Hamsa Duta Das Adhikari." He said, "Prabhupada, what is that?" Prabhupada said, "Very easy. Your name was Hans, add a Duta after that. Hans a Duta. Your last name was Carey, add a Adi before that. Adi Carey." He was thinking, my goodness, before initiation also name same, after initiation also name same. So he went to Prabhupada and said, "Prabhupada, what does Hamsa Duta mean?" Prabhupada said, "Read Bhagavatam." Now in those days, Vedabase was not there. So you cannot do Control F. Control F नहीं कर सकते, तो अभी पूरा भागवत पढ़ना पड़ेगा. And full Bhagavatam was not published. So he said, okay. After 3-4 months, he again asked Prabhupada, "Prabhupada, what does Hamsa Duta mean?" Prabhupada said, "Read Bhagavatam." So he was thinking, okay, seems like Prabhupada is not in a mood to give me the answer. After another 6 months, Prabhupada was in Toronto, Canada. And Prabhupada was in the room. And you see, Prabhupada would have this habit, when he would be there in the room, he would sit like this. Many photos. So Prabhupada was sitting in a very relaxed fashion. And Prabhupada was saying, "Brahmananda means this. Karandara means this. Tamal Krishna means this. Bhakti Charu means this." So Hamsaduta Prabhu got very excited. He said, "Prabhupada, who is Hamsaduta?" Prabhupada said, "You." He said, "My goodness, what is this?" Prabhupada he is giving reply to everyone. I am asking, he is not replying. So the name of the Lord is very special. And it is this name of Prabhu Shri Ram that really excites Lord Shiva. One time, Lord Shiva, as we know, is present in Vrindavan also. So Shripad Sanatan Goswami. We have all heard Sanatan Goswami. Sanatan Goswami is the guru of Rupa Goswami. Guru of Rupa Goswami is Sanatan Goswami. So Sanatan Goswami, when he was there in Vrindavan, he would do bhajan, he would chant. And he was sitting in one temple of Lord Shiva near Manasi Ganga. Manasi Ganga is that place where Krishna, from his mind, from his manas, from the mind, Krishna removed Ganga. It is not difficult for him. From his mind to remove Ganga, it's not very difficult. If with his small pinky finger, left hand, sorry. If it with his small pinky finger, if Krishna can lift Govardhan, removing Ganga from his mind is not very difficult. So near Manasi Ganga, there is a temple of Lord Shiva. And Sanatan Goswami was chanting there, sitting and chanting there. And now this temple had a lot of mosquitoes. Typical Indian scene. Probably here in the US you may not have a lot. यहाँ नहीं, Phoenix में नहीं है ना? But in India we see mosquitoes very normal, very common. So in the initial days when Prabhupada disciples had come to India for the first time, they were in Vrindavan. And they told Prabhupada that, "Prabhupada, lot of mosquitoes are biting us here." So Srila Prabhupada said, "Oh, you can get the mosquito net." So they said, okay. They got the mosquito net. Next day, Prabhupada asked, what is the status? They said, Prabhupada, mosquitoes are still biting. Prabhupada said, really? Mosquitoes are still biting? He said, okay. The third day Prabhupada asked, they said, Prabhupada, mosquitoes are still biting. Prabhupada said, how is it possible? You have mosquito net, mosquitoes are still biting? So in the middle of the night, Prabhupada went to see what the disciples were doing. Now they were Westerners, they had no idea of mosquitoes. You have to be Indian to know what mosquito is. The disciples of Prabhupada, they were so young, they were using mosquito net as bedsheet. And they were putting on top of them and sleeping. Prabhupada said, Arey Baba, aise nahi. You put it on all four sides and that's a mosquito net. And when Prabhupada did it for them, they realized, acha, this is mosquito net. So, Sripad Sanatan Goswami, when he was doing bhajan, when Sripad Sanatan Goswami was doing bhajan near Manasi Ganga, there were a lot of mosquitoes in this Lord Shiva temple. And Sanatan Goswami thought to himself, if there are so many mosquitoes, I cannot do bhajan. He got up to leave. Lord Shiva came in the dream and said, Sripad Sanatan Goswami, don't leave. Please don't leave. I am here, I am getting sadhu sangha, devotee association with you. If you leave, hum kahan jaye? Bhole Baba bol rahe. Hum kahan jaye? Sripad Sanatan Goswami, you please stay here. Sanatan Goswami said, how can I? There are so many mosquitoes, I am not able to do bhajan. Lord Shiva says, don't worry. I will invoke my chakra. And that chakra will spin around this place. And because of the heat of the chakra, there will be no more mosquitoes. Sripad Sanatan Goswami says, okay, let's try it. And Lord Shiva releases chakra. And the chakra kept spinning in full speed. And because of the heat of the chakra, there were no more mosquitoes. Sripad Sanatan Goswami said, good, I will stay here. That place in Vrindavan is called as Chakreshwar Mahadev. What is the place? Chakreshwar. What is the place? Chakreshwar Mahadev. Ab naam hai Chakreshwar Mahadev. The name is Chakreshwar Mahadev. But over a period of time, Chakreshwar Mahadev, Chakreshwar Mahadev, Chakreshwar Mahadev, Chakleshwar Mahadev. वो चकली बन गया. From Chakreshwar Mahadev, it became Chakleshwar Mahadev. But really it is Chakreshwar Mahadev, the place where Lord Shiva invoked his Sudarshan Chakra. Why? Because he wanted devotee association. This is exactly what Mahaprabhu tells Sripad Sanatan Goswami at Varanasi for the 2 months. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra ko hai, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi hoy. Mahaprabhu tells Sanatan Goswami, the only way of advancement, the only way of purification is to associate with devotees, is to associate with devotees, is to associate with devotees. So it is not just meant for us. Even Bhole Baba does the same thing. Associates with Sripad Sanatan Goswami. So going to devotees, going to sadhus means for spiritual purification. One time, one Indian gentleman, he was a businessman, Gujarati. He came to Prabhupada and said, Swamiji, I am having factory in Surat, I am having factory in Ahmedabad, I am having factory in Mumbai, I am having factory here, I am having factory there. Swamiji, I am not able to sleep. Prabhupada said, give all the factories to me, you can nicely sleep. So he said, yes Swamiji, what is the solution for this? Prabhupada said, I told you the solution. Give all the factories to ISKCON, you can nicely sleep. He said, Swamiji, that is okay, but what is the solution? Prabhupada said, this is the solution. You have so many factories, give it to us, we will utilize that for preaching and you can nicely sleep. So he said, okay Swamiji. And as he was leaving, Prabhupada said, can you give your address to us? So he said, Swamiji, I know ISKCON address, whenever I want, I will come. Prabhupada said, you have ISKCON address, whenever you want, you will come. But if we have your address, whenever we want, we can also come to your factory. So he said, Swamiji, don't worry, I will come. Prabhupada turned to Gopal Krishna Maharaj and said, Gopal Krishna, take address. He said, Swamiji, I have address, I will come. Gopal Krishna, take address. And Gopal Krishna Maharaj was saying, yes, what is the address? He came to Prabhupada to relieve anxiety. He went by giving his address. Prabhupada took all the address. And eventually, by Prabhupada's association, he became an initiated disciple of Prabhupada. So why do we go to sadhus? It is not for material unnati, material advancement. We go to sadhus so that we can make spiritual advancement. What is Lord Shiva doing? He is coming to Sanatan Goswami so that he can make spiritual advancement. We see that Lord Shiva has not just attachment to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we spoke about his attachment to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at the start. Then we spoke about his attachment to Ram. Now let's conclude our discussion by seeing his attachment to Sri Vrindavan Dham Radha Krishna. In the land of Sri Vrindavan, he is present everywhere. Aseshwar Mahadev, Icheshwar Mahadev, Bankanteshwar Mahadev, Bhuteshwar Mahadev, Chintaharan Mahadev, Kameshwar Mahadev, Gopeshwar Mahadev. What else? Chakreshwar Mahadev. Huh? That Mahadev, I couldn't hear. Gangeshwar Mahadev. Mahadev ki. Different forms of Lord Shiva in different places. Everywhere where Radha Krishna pastimes are there, he is controlling. Srila Narahari Chakravarti in Bhakti Ratnakar says something very interesting. He says, Vrishabhanu Maharaj had one son by the name Sridham. Had one son by the name Sridham. And now Vrishabhanu Maharaj wanted a daughter. In the present day we see the culture is so bad that normally when girl is there, everyone wants a boy. Everyone wants a boy. But in the Vedic tradition, Vrishabhanu Maharaj, who has a boy, wants a girl. He wants a daughter. So Shastra always teaches to see boys and girls equally. Koi matbhed nahi, koi kisi se bada nahi. Both are same. Both can get Krishna. So Vrishabhanu Maharaj, he started to pray to Lord Shiva. Where? At Kamyavan. At Kamyavan, Lord Shiva is called as Kameshwar Mahadev. Shri Kameshwar Mahadev ki. Vrishabhanu Maharaj started praying to Kameshwar Mahadev कि हे कामेश्वर महादेव, हृदय की यही इच्छा है, this is the only desire that may I have a daughter, just like I have a son, may I have a daughter. Kameshwar Mahadev became so satisfied, and by the mercy of Lord Shiva, Vrishabhanu Maharaj was blessed with a daughter by the name. What is the name? भूख लग रही है? नहीं, सुनाई नहीं दिया. श्रीमती राधा रानी की. Radharani was blessed. Bhakti Ratnakar explains Radharani was blessed in Vrishabhanu Maharaj's life because of Bhole Baba. Lord Shiva was the reason because of which Radharani appeared as the daughter of Vrishabhanu Maharaj. While another time it is explained that the place that is most dear to the Gaudiyas is Radha Kund, as Rupa Goswami explains. Vaikunto janito vara madhupuri tatrapi rasotsava. Vaikunto janita vara madhupuri tatrapi rasotsava. Brindaranya modara pani ramanat tatrapi govardhana. Radha kundamihapi gokulapater premamrita plavanat. Kuryat asya virajito giritate sevam vivekinaka. Nectar of Instruction, verse 9. What does Rupa Goswami say? Greater than that Vaikunta is Mathura. Greater than that Mathura is Vrindavan. Greater than that Vrindavan is Govardhan. Greater than that Govardhan is Radha Kund. Now in Radha Kund, which is the highest place for the Gaudiyas, Lord Shiva is constantly present. When you enter Radha Kund, he is present as Kundeshwar Mahadev. It was Das Goswami Pad, Raghunath Das Goswami in 1545, he found Kundeshwar Mahadev buried underground and he gave Kundeshwar Mahadev to the world. Second form of Lord Shiva that is present there is Ranuva Mahadev. Ranuva basically means celibate. In Radha Kund, when you do parikrama, you have Ranuva Mahadev. He is that celibate form of Lord Shiva where Parvati will not be there. Ranuva Mahadev. Then you have Laliteshwar Mahadev near Lalita Kund. And then you have Rameshwar Mahadev near Shama Kund. In this way we find even near Radha Kund and Sham Kund, Lord Shiva is present doing bhajan. So he is there in Naimisharanya hearing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is there in Kashi hearing about Ram. And is there in Sri Vrindavan Dham hearing about Radha and Krishna. Lord Shiva teaches by example how to have Dham Nishta, how to associate with devotees in the form of Sanatan Goswami, and how in Kashi to constantly chant the name of the Supreme Lord. When anyone does these three things, they are Vaishnava Naam Yatha Shambhu. Jo bhakt ye teen cheez kar leta hai, wo varisht Vaishnav hua. In this way, We see today is the day of Lord Shiva's coming together with Parvati Sivaratri, and on this day we can pray to Lord Shiva that, my dear Lord, just like you are very dear to Radha and Krishna, you bless me so that I can also become close to Radha and Krishna in some life. Having said this, I very humbly want to stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any questions, comments, reflections?
Prashadam time. Thank you so much. A wonderful class by His Grace Arjun Sakha Prabhu. Please give him a big round of applause. In my introduction, I forgot to mention that Prabhu has a master's in Info Systems from New Jersey, and he works full-time at Microsoft in Seattle, and he preaches actively. He's a very active preacher. He goes out to different places every weekend to preach. And what do we all say when we are at home? We don't have time to come to the temple. You know, Prabhu is young, working full-time, and finds time, you know, to be an active preacher, leave his, you know, comfort zone at home and go out to preach places like Phoenix. You know, please give him a big round of applause. So it's very important when I hear people say, I don't have time, you know, please try and make time. Prabhu made so many points today. Devotee association, associations of sadhu, sants, so important, so very important. Make time, because that is what is going to carry you forward. You know, so from your social calendar, try and find some time, you know, to find devotee association. We have nice programs. You know, we have obviously the temple you can come to, and we have the Bhakti Vriksha programs at the weekends, Shrimad Bhagavatam classes, group chanting. There's so many things that are going on at the temple. We have Sunday school for the children. We have Hindi classes for the children. And we have Vaishnavi programs. We have Women in Krishna Consciousness programs. So there are a lot of programs, a lot of things we are offering. Please make note and try and do good to yourself. Thank you so much. Once again, I'd like to mention that next Sunday, we have His Grace Bhadra Prabhu in town. So he's also going to prepare us for Gaur Purnima festival, which is on Sunday, March 24th. So please join us with Bhadra Prabhu. He's going to be here for about a week. We are going to have home programs as well as temple programs and some Harinam as well. We had a very successful Harinam today. I'd like to thank those devotees who did not come to the temple because they wanted to go and do the Harinam as scheduled. Please give them a big round of applause as well. Thank you so much. We are going to recite the Prashadam prayers. I see you are all very hungry. We'd like to serve the children and the senior people first, and then the rest of us can join the line. Single line only. There's plenty of Prashadam, and we'll honor Prashadam after the Prashadam prayers. Thank you once again. Hare Krishna.
महाप्रसादे गोविन्दे नमः ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे स्वल्पपुण्यपतं राजन् विश्वासनैव जायते श्रीराविद्याजाल जोडेन्द्रियताहे काल जीवे तले विषयसागरे धारा मध्ये जीवायते लोभो माये सुदुर्मति तके जटा कटिल संसारे कृष्णवरदय माय गौरी भरे जीवाजन स्वप्रसादन नदिलोभाय सेयी अन्नामृत पाओ राधा कृष्ण गुण गा प्रेमेडको श्री चैतन्य निताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। भगवत महाप्रसादम की श्रील प्रभुपाद की। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Repeat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna sing, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. हरे नाम संकीर्तन की, प्रभुपाद की।
करुणवनीते करुणाकुर्मयि करुणवनीते सनक सनातन वनित चरिते सनक सनातन वनित चरिते राधे जय जय माधव दैते राधे जय जय माधव दैते गोकुल तरुणी मंडल वैते गोकुल तरुणी मंडल वैते हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhav Hari Radha Madhav Hari Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radhe. Jaya Sinaji Gopal, Sinaji Gopal, Sinaji Gopal, Jaya Sinaji Gopal. Jaya Nitai Gaura Hari, Jaya Nitai Gaura Hari, Nitai Gaura Hari, Jaya Gaura Hari. Jaya Jagannatha, Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jaya Subhadramaya. Jaya Sita Ram, Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman, Sita Ram, Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman. Jaya Sita Ram, Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman, Sita Ram, Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.